Trey, how are you?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Doing great. I mean, I know this past season was kind of, bumpy road. You got injured early, got back in the season kind of late, maybe weren't 100%. Are you feeling better now with the collarbone and everything?
Yeah, I mean, I feel great. One of the biggest things I took when I was training at Exos was just to show, the bench press that everything's healthy there, everything's good. So I took a lot of pride in my training to really show that, everything's good right there. And, obviously with the 18 reps, I feel like that was a really good number for me and just kind of goes to show that everything's healed and, I'm back and ready to go.
Hey Trey, how are you doing today?
Good. I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. Just kind of wondering, has there anyone that you kind of leaned on throughout this process, the pro day, the pre-draft, former players, former teammates that have gone through it? A guy like maybe Brandon Marshall, maybe if you reached out to him just to kind of get a feel for what it's all going to be like.
Yeah, some of the guys I leaned on, Gabe Davis, DK Metcalf. I was blessed to, go out in Exos in Phoenix, Arizona, and I was right there training with DK and, talking to Gabe as well. And, those are guys that helped me throughout the whole process, just, get my mental ready, some of the things I'm going to be seeing when coaches ask me questions, how the process goes, all that stuff. So I was really blessed to have those guys in my corner to, help me throughout this process and make everything smoother.
Have you spoken to the Buccaneers at all?
I have not.
Thank you. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Hey, Trey, Alex Fleming, Florida Sun. Congratulations. This is your moment, young man.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now, if you look at the top caliber wide receivers, they all have excellent footwork. Have you been working on your footwork since this offseason? And is your 40 time just a touch of what you have to offer? And how sneaky are you on the line of scrimmage?
I feel like, footwork is something I work consistently every day. One of the biggest things, coming from UCS offense on film, I'm really only on the right side of the field. So I know one of the big question marks that's going to pop up for me is, can I play on the left side? Can I play in the slot? So I took pride in just route running, my releases, coming out of my breaks fast and, just really sharpening that iron throughout this whole process. And, I believe my 40 time, was good. Honestly, I wanted to run even faster, but I feel like it was a solid time for me. And, I pride myself on my releases off the line of scrimmage. If you, watch film, that's one thing that will definitely stand out is just how quick I get in and out of my releases. And that's something I always take pride in just as a player. I'm not the biggest, 220-pound receiver, but, I'll make things shake on the line for sure.
Trey, how did your time at UCF prepare you for a future pro career?
It prepared me, it's not, I can't even put it into words for real. Coach Wyatt, the things, the trials and tribulations I went through UCF, it has 100% prepared me for, this next chapter of my life. Coach Wyatt, I I give a lot to him just because what he's put me through as far as, mental confidence, bringing the dog out of me, challenging me every day, pushing me, I give it to him because at the next level, it's going to be just like that. I'd rather have a guy, chewing me out every day than, a guy telling me I'm doing great and doing good every single day. So, I give my time here at UCF, it was a blessing, man. And I learned so much, been through a lot and ultimately prepared me for, moments like these.
Hey, Trey, Matheus Ornelas from Time Out here in Brazil. Congratulations for going for the NFL draft. Every time that a player has some kind of injury, be it a little one or a big one, looks like they all learn from that, maybe for preparing, maybe for like the mental part of the game. What do you think it was the most that you learned with the injury that you have?
I feel like I found myself, going through this injury. It kind of told me how much I really love football, how much I, love the process of getting my body back to playing. I was in a dark time when I was injured because I've never been on the side of, watching everybody play and I can't really do nothing, just sitting on my couch. So I went through a time where, the love of the game for football was there, every day, every night, trying to get better. And ultimately, it just kind of showed me that this is what I want to do. Football, once it gets taken away from you and then, something like that gets taken for granted, that's all I was thinking about. That's all I wanted to get back to. So, I really found out that football is 100%, what I want to do for a career. It's what I want to do in my life. And ultimately, that's some of the things I learned going through that whole process.
Thank you. Good luck during the process.
Thank you.
Hey Tre, here Gonzalo from Ojal in Argentina. My question is, what is your best memory at the UCF program and at your entire career at the college football? Which memory or game do you have in mind to qualify as the best?
I believe, the biggest memories I had from UCF was just the process leading up to the game. The locker room conversations, the brothers that I have with me now, those are some of the things that, I'll never take for granted. I'll remember for the rest of my life. Going on different trips, going to different states, playing in games, those are some of the things that you'll never get back. And that's some of the things that I'll take with me and, I'll remember the most. And ultimately, those pregame jitters, walking out of that tunnel, seeing, the stadium filled. Those are some of the things I'll never forget about UCF because, one that stands out to me is just Stanford. I'll never forget walking out of that tunnel, playing the Power 5 team and then just seeing the atmosphere of that game and just thinking like, wow, it's a blessing just to be here.
Thank you and good luck with the process.
Thank you.
Tre, you obviously you were around Gabe when he was going through the process a little bit. You saw how he kind of adjusted. What kind of advice did you get from him and maybe from DK as well about what to expect in this process?
One of the biggest things, DK told me was just, take it day by day. A lot of the questions I asked him was just really early on in the process when I was thinking like, what is a scout going to ask? What are the coaches going to ask in the interview? And that's some things that helped me with, as far as Gabe too, just like when coach asks you to draw the plays, what are some certain things you can look at or tips and tricks to, help me stand out a little bit more. And those are some of the things that they've helped me out, throughout the process. And of course, just, training out in Exos, seeing what DK goes through every day, what he does to get to, how good he plays on Sundays. That's some of the stuff that, I'll take with me and I've learned to, put into my game to get myself mentally prepared and physically prepared for the next level, for sure.
Tre, what are your plans for draft night and how exciting is it that it's almost right here?
Man, it's very exciting. I can't even put it into words. You think you've been training 3 to 4 months, for this moment and really a lifetime of playing football, for this moment. And, I'm probably just going to be back at home in Vieira, with my, small family. And, it'll probably be a nervous night, a very exciting night as well. And, I'm looking forward to it for sure.
All right. Thanks, Tre. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.